one and all present here. Today, I, Yati Tank of grade 11th E, is going to speak about Darwin Day. So, Darwin Day is celebrated on 12th February every year because Charles Darwin was born on 12th February 1809. He was born into a very wealthy family, not like other scientists or people who become famous. His dad was one of the leading intellectuals of the 18th century, and his granddad was a manufacturer of China. Charles Darwin actually wanted to study medicine at the Edinburgh University, but ended up studying divinity at the Christ College, Cambridge University, due to his dad's pressure. What did Darwin contribute to the society? Because has a day named after him. First of all, he's also known as the most famous biologist of the history, and secondly, he wrote and published the greatest and the most helpful book in biology on the origin of species by means of natural selection. Fun facts about Charles Darwin. Now, Charles Darwin once ate an owl. Yeah, he did. Actually, it's rumored that Charles Darwin ate all the animals he discovered because during his stay at Cambridge University, he was a part of the cookery club and where they had to try all weird dishes. Secondly, Darwin wanted to become a doctor, but he simply couldn't stand the sight of blood, which is ironic because he is into biology after all. Next, Darwin's nose cost him the voyage of the Beagle. Now, the voyage of the Beagle was the voyage where he started becoming famous. Because of that voyage, he wrote the book on the origin of species by means of natural selection. And if he hadn't gone, the selector who was selecting the people for the voyage was about not to select Charles Darwin because he had a very weird nose and he didn't like the shape. Then Charles Darwin has the best birthday gift ever. He got a mountain. Yes, a mountain named after him in Tierra del Fuego, the highest peak known as Mount Darwin. The full name of the book which he wrote is not just The Origin of Species. The full name is actually On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection, or the Preservation of Favored Races in the Struggle for Life. And Darwin did not invent the phrase natural selection. Natural selection was actually invented, survival of the fittest, sorry. Darwin did not invent the phrase survival of the fittest. It was actually invented by Herbert Spencer, and now it's known that Darwin invented it. Lastly, Church of England, Church of England apologized to Darwin after 200 years after his death. He was known as Charles Darwin was recognized as an atheist, but by the Church of England because he did not believe in God. But after 200 years after he died, I don't know, something happened and Church of England decided to apologize to him. Thank you.
I now request the mentees of Babu sir to come up on stage in the following order: Ronit, Darshit, Iraq,